Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full-time
MMA.
And buckle up, full-time family, cause we're going for a quick ride through Rumorville, but first we gotta stop through alleged land as an anonymous insider has revealed the details of the police cooperation with Conor McGregor. Now, this is good news if you're a Conor McGregor fan, but of course we got to take this just for what we're hearing. It's not a guarantee. Person didn't put their name on it, but still, the details, it's not anything crazy, so it's not too hard to believe what we're about to hear. And this is what the insider had to say. He hopes to be back here by July 17th and do community service. The thinking is, as long as it satisfies the cops, then the matter may actually get settled outside of court and he'll never even have to go back in there again. If the cops accept the deal, then McGregor won't see the inside of the courtroom on July 26th, which was when he was scheduled to go back. So, with that being said, it looks like Conor McGregor's not going to be facing anything too serious. You have to keep in mind, he is coming from Ireland. He is technically an immigrant coming to America, so his passport could be affected. If you're coming over to another country, or you're going to another country and doing violent crimes, you may be not welcomed back to that country, especially with motherfucking what we got going on over here in America now. I've been seeing fucking babies in cages and shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all seen them fucking viral videos? I'm just saying, if they're putting babies in cages, what the fuck you think they're gonna do with Conor McGregor coming over here, throwing dollies at buses, getting fights canceled, messing up business in New York, at the Barclays, shaking up Rose Namajunas? I'm just saying it could have been a lot more serious, but you guys know. Money talks, and Conor McGregor is a walking money bag, right? For the UFC, for New York, for Las Vegas, wherever Conor McGregor's go, guess what? Everybody's getting paid. If he goes to your fashion show, if he hops on your motherfucking mixtape, I'm just saying, Conor McGregor is a walking money bag, and money talks. So, you can imagine, and we've seen this before. Where was it? There was a fighter that got like a fine or suspension. I think it might have been Conor McGregor. For throwing the Monster Energy, and where was that at? And I believe Vegas. And they were like, yeah, Conor, you gotta like pay a fucking huge fine or you can't come back. And he's like, oh really? I guess I'm fighting Madison Square Garden. And they're like, okay, Conor, chill, bro. No, we'll lower the fine. You're good. Just come on back to Vegas when you fight. You know, so Conor's got that kind of power. Like, okay, if y'all want to treat me this way in New York, I guess I'm only fighting in fucking Vegas. You know, if y'all don't want me in Vegas, I'm going to Russia. I'm going to Ireland, you know? So it's a little hard to sanction or punish Conor McGregor because he can just go fight somewhere else, you know? And you're actually punishing yourself by saying Conor McGregor can't fight here. You're like, oh, so you're saying you can't get Conor McGregor money? Oh, okay, sucks for you. Conor McGregor is just going to get the bag in another state or another country. So with that being said, it seems like Conor McGregor gets away with some things, and that's why money talks. And now it looks like lucky for MMA fans, for Conor McGregor, for everybody that likes watching Conor McGregor fight, anybody that's excited about a potential Conor McGregor versus Khabib super fight toward the end of the year, that's still intact because it looks like Conor McGregor might just be facing a hefty fine. I'm sure he's going to be getting a fine as well as community service. And he's also been sending out some apologies behind the scenes, as we discussed earlier, you know, apologizing to some of the fighters on the bus and stuff like that. So, I'll keep you guys updated as far as what happens, but it doesn't seem like anything too bad should be happening to Conor McGregor. That would be like fight threatening or career threatening, or even freedom threatening in this situation, because it was pretty serious. You know, Dana White and a lot of other people really looked at this situation. I think Dana White might have said like the worst incident that's ever happened in UFC history or something like that, and I was like, whoa. Like, me in the moment, I was looking at it like, damn, bro, he just broke a window. You know what I'm saying? But if you're Dana White, you could imagine you're probably more pissed off. Some of your fights are getting canceled. You know, Rose Namajunas is shaking up and stuff like that. So Dana White was pretty pissed off. And some of the other people, fans were as well. They didn't think this shit was cool. Conor McGregor's did a lot of stuff in the past, but it seems like this might have been the final straw for some fans. Like, they just couldn't believe Conor McGregor would break a window after everything he's done. So people were a little pissed off, and probably still, but there's some people that are starting to lighten up on Conor McGregor. You know, time does heal all. You see people like Ray Borg, he's been through more serious situations now, and he's like, hey, I'm looking at it differently. I've got a son now at home, and I want to cherish every moment with my son. I don't got time to be angry at Conor McGregor for breaking the window. My eyes still intact. I'm not blind. I'm just thanking the Lord, man. I got a healthy son. I still got my vision. Really, who's got time to have that anger in their heart for Conor McGregor, man? People were a little pissed off, and probably still, but there's some people that are starting to lighten up on Conor McGregor. You know, time does heal all. You see people like Ray Borg, he's been through more serious situations now, and he's like, hey, I'm looking at it differently. I've got a son now at home, and I want to cherish every moment with my son. I don't got time to be angry at Conor McGregor for breaking the window. My eyes still intact. I'm not blind. I'm just thanking the Lord, man. I got a healthy son. I still got my vision. Really, who's got time to have that anger in their heart for Conor McGregor, man? Especially with all this other crazy stuff people deal with. I mean, everyone has their own personal problems on top of the rest of the shit going on in the world. And motherfuckers are really over here fucking clenching their fists because Conor McGregor broke a window on a bus full of fighters, you know what I'm saying? And I've said this in the past, it's not like it was a short school bus, a small school bus with pre-K kids on there. We're talking about 80% of the people on that bus or more are literally trained fighters. Even if they're not in the UFC, people that are on their teams, they're around the gym. They're hard. They have that hardened fighters mentality. You know how many people just going and watching people train or training at a gym? Do you know how many knockouts you probably see that aren't in the UFC that happen in the practice room? Like, there's just so, and you know how much you take as a fighter, the discipline you have as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little different than if Conor McGregor actually came and just through a random bus. You know, it was like even a public bus would have probably been a little worse than the UFC fighter bus. Now, I do understand it could have been very serious with Ray Borg's eye, Michael Chiesa's forehead, and Rose Namajunas' mental state, but once we see that they're all okay, I think we can kind of lighten up on Conor McGregor now, which is kind of what I was pointing out in the very beginning. But hey, man, it is what it is. Hindsight is 2020. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to become a full-time MMA blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, or black belt, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.